All right, let's see if we can. Oh, hang on. Did not think to. And it was nice to do some writing again. I just did a couple of articles, but like I feel great.
I just did a couple of articles. I just did a couple of articles. Excited. I know it's. I know it's.
Okay. Yeah, we really should. I wish all of this would just automatically go live. Why do I have to like change my settings like this? And because I'm on like three different platforms. All right. He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. No, I never seen it. Like this. Yeah. There we go. Okay, that should be everything. Um, it's okay. Like it's not better. It's not like bad or anything. But like to say it's like the best game released this year is a stretch. And like everybody else seems like obsessed with it, and I'm just kind of like I'm kind of thinking it's kind of just average. Yeah, I accidentally so I had some food today and I put it in my Fitness Pal, and one meal took up like what was it like a crazy amount of calories because I was like eating really well up to that point, but that one meal put me a little bit over. I wasn't exactly surprised by that because it was kind of big, and I didn't really want to eat it, but it's like I got nothing else. So yeah, I'll have to like cut it out like going forward. But that's like I do think most of my calories come from like just stupid shit like that. Like one or two things that I eat that are just like every like couple of days or so that are just awful. No, not even a couple of days, every couple of weeks they're just awful. Because like I stayed like well within my parameters for the first 2 days. But yeah, I went to the gym and I was just like, yeah, I probably should eat something, but I can't like go home because I gotta do things. Just like that. Yeah, honestly, in general, I'm just against eating out, and I think I am just gonna have to stop like doing it like no matter what because like it's too expensive. The food is shit. It's not really worth it. Like I don't know. So not only did I eat too many calories, I don't think I hit my macros though. So that's another thing. Um, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I did go to the gym, but it's like I don't know. Like I'm following my plan, but it feels like it's not really doing anything for me. I think I'm gonna have to ramp it up in a big way in the next like couple of weeks. I mean, I'm trying to take it slow and just making it a habit, but and I have been going like every day this week. It was every other day last month, but um, I don't know. I'm just like I don't know. I just feel like I'm not really seeing any progress right now. Yeah, and I haven't like yeah, I gave up on reading iRobot because I was listening to it and it was fucking stupid. He had like that Robbie short story like about the girl who has a robot she likes and she just doesn't give up on it. Like it's more over the top than a fucking iPad kit because like if you think about it like iPads are basically like the modern day equivalent of that. right? But like kids would not like hyper fixate on an iPad and just refuse to do anything else like the way this bitch does, unless your parents have like no discipline or whatever. It's just stupid, you know. And it's yeah, like the thing about Asimov, and I think this is really apparent, is that like he really genuinely seemed to think that like robots would replace humanity outright, and that's just not gonna. Like now that AI is here, we can kind of see that like yeah, it's not gonna happen. Like I don't understand why people think this game is like spectacular, because I don't think it's better than like the average Splatoon single player game. I don't think it's like particularly good by Switch 2 game standards. Yeah, I would say Bonanza's better than Bonanza. At least has like an interesting mechanic and like characterization and stuff like that. Like I don't know. Yeah, I feel like this is this year's Bonanza, where it's just kind of like the mid game that's just getting propped up by casuals. Like I really think it's because it has a gun in it. Like that's legit my mindset at this stage. Is that the only reason people are glazing it is because it has guns? It's like it's not that good. Like I just. Ugh. Yeah, I haven't finished it yet, but like I really don't think you need to because it's like it's pretty much the same throughout. You get some good characterization and world building. Like again, I really think one of the better things about Splatoon is how good the lore is, but um, I don't know. I don't think that carries it. I'd much rather have like a better game. I don't know. It's better than Side Order for sure. Is just my opinion on it. Side Order was just a train wreck. Like in my mind, this is like the better Side Order, but like that just means that this is the game that Side Order should have been. Like it really does feel like a DLC. It's kind of how I would describe it. Yeah, I wonder if like Splatoon 4 is going to be more ambitious. Yeah, because it's crazy. Like I feel like we haven't gotten any real innovations with this IP since Splatoon 2. Like all we've been getting is just like follow-ups to shit they did with Splatoon 2. Because like we're getting more deep lore on like the salmonids, and we're getting more stuff like that. But like I feel like yeah, like the only really new thing in Splatoon 3 was like deep cut themselves, right? And they were great. They were way more likable than off the hook, and like there was something new. I mean, I guess the single player for Splatoon 2 had that problem too, where like it was way too focused on like Marie specifically, and she's not even like present in the game. Yeah, it's like Callie and Marie were like great characters, and like to see them just get sidelined the way they did just pissed me off. Like the weird thing about looking now, like I think Deep Cut's gonna be bigger than that. Like Pearl and Marina are only big because of like the LGBT community. They're basically the modern day equivalent of like Bale and John now. Honestly, like it's just they're just that they just have that audience. I'm curious if there's ever going to be a stigma against like Yuri in games. I feel like we're kind of already there because like I kind of associate it with like low quality slop. Like all you do is just walk through an area and shoot enemies. It's like oh, we don't have any spire like gems. Okay. It's gonna take forever to like max out all this shit. Yeah, I want to beat the game and then just kind of casually play it, like, because honestly, I think what I really got into was like Persona 4. I really liked Persona 4 more than this. To be completely bluntly honest with you, I was really into Persona 4. I'd say 4 is good. 5 is. Damn, I'm so under level that I can't even do damage. Look at this. Yeah, Power World is not as popular as this. I do think PAL fans really need to accept this because I noticed they keep emphasizing that like Power Worlds outperform Pokemon. I'm just like, so you're also saying it's outperformed Mario, Zelda, Splatoon, all these big major meta properties. Like, is that what you're really? Is that really what you're gonna argue? Like, seriously? Like, if you try that, it's just gonna kind of expose you as being like, just completely out of touch with reality. I mean, there's a reason they don't do it. Like, they specifically focus on the Pokemon thing to try and ape off of like Pokemon hate, and like there's really no other reason for it. It's not just the game itself. Nobody actually cares about Power World, but it's just to try and destroy Pokemon. Man, like, yeah, we make fun of like Yokai Watch now, but it's really easy to forget that like back in the day, it really was like that generation's Power World. No, it's not. It's not. Like that's not even really debatable. Well, nobody's playing Power, so yeah, I'd say little kids are playing like Fortnite and stuff like that. So the argument doesn't even work anymore. Like I'd say the average Splatoon fan is like at least a teenager because kids aren't like picking this stuff up and their parents don't know about it yet. I'd say it's gonna be another decade before kids are playing Splatoon. They really need to uh stop being bogged down so much by continuity. They really need like kind of a reboot. Because I don't know, I feel like just the plot is impossible to follow if you're not like if you haven't been playing since the Wii U. Okay. Oh wow, that was I the one that took it out? Awesome. Based. 90, 20, 10 spit. What a bitch. 30 to 30 to 30. Yeah, Fry is dumb. Fry is unbelievably dumb. For math lessons. Dream stream. So yeah, what's with like streamers being in Nintendo games? I guess we could do streamer. So do they upgrade? Like, I guess we're getting pretty close to the end. And by the looks of it, we have to level up a little bit more. Okay, so what you have to understand about that is that Twitch is not a metric of popularity. Like Twitch is a metric of how much people are watching the game on Twitch. So people watching the game on Twitch is no indication of the game doing well or being popular, right? So like a really good example of this, FNAF, right? FNAF is huge with streamers, but like as an actual like product that people play, it's not so popular, right? It's the same deal with Power Word. Like people are into it because they think they're gonna stick it to Pokemon, and that they're rallying behind it for that reason. But like, it's not the same as actually being genuinely popular. You know what I mean? It's like how like back in the day, Twilight versus Harry Potter, right? Like obviously Harry Potter was the all-time classic children's fantasy story, but like in like Twilight was like some weird like porno made for like 12-year-old girls, right? Like that wasn't obvious immediately. Like Twilight fans were like really adamant that like Twilight was like this huge, like this really cultural relevant thing. It's the same mindset, right? Like selling a lot of units and having people care about your product isn't really good enough because like fads come and go all the time, and that's all Power World is just a fad among people who hate Pokemon. Is this the spicy version? What exactly am I dealing with here? It feels like they're taking like a ton of damage. Yeah, I need to get Fought of Sparrows finished. Yeah, I'm just not really enjoying it that much, honestly. Why isn't Shimmer firing? Why is it taking so long? Level up? Really? So yeah, you're basically just playing the level over and over again to grind so you get stronger. It's just yeah, I think I was fine. I think the issue was that I was with like losers. So like the game is designed around this idea that you'll like endlessly play and replay the games and try to get stronger. So like it really is like a roguelite, but it just doesn't punish you. And I think that's what makes it better is that like the levels stay static, but you yourself get stronger. I'm curious if we're gonna get a sequel because I think if they like improve like the stage design and the overall structure, they might actually have something here. So yeah, I'm ready for another Nintendo Direct. Honestly, I don't have any. But yeah, the immediate response to that is just like sounds like you can fucking fucking it's a bit. So, yeah, so yeah, I don't take it serious. I don't expect you. I don't take it serious. I don't expect you. And yeah, the thing I think about the gameplay is fucking awesome. I like the katana, but I don't like the top really. Hello. Yep, yep. A fan of the books, are you? Happy, always happy to see someone come onto the streams. Thank you for watching. Yeah, yeah. Speaking of the books, I The cover art for the Dream Warrior is in production. It should be done the next couple of days. So once I get it, uh, I should the pre-orders for the Dream Warrior should go live. So the way things are looking now, I think I am going to have it out by August, and then I think I'm going to aim for the Cat'll Have Fangs coming out in October. We're gonna try and like bum rush it and get this thing out. I am not happy with how long this is taking, but like I'm very happy that we can put out two reasonably good books within a good time frame. Like I personally I think the Dream Warrior is one of the best books I've ever written. Um, but that's just my mindset. I think I've broken through a lot of like um issues I was having with writing male characters and stuff like that. So like I think it's quite a bit better than American Evil. Um, it has like less characters, and I think it's easier to follow. And I think that's gonna be one of the things I do like going forward is that I want to have like one character because I've always wanted to have like multiple like cool characters, and I definitely want to return to that format. But like I think for now it makes more sense to focus on like a handful of characters. Uh, and I think I'll be doing that for the next couple of novels at least. Yeah, you need to respond to that. Is that like, yeah, I don't want to hear that. Like, you could just train people. So it's so yeah, I don't want to hear that. Yeah, I'm not so. So it seems like the way to hire there. So I wish I had a life. I love. Is everyone playing this stage over and over again? Like, can people not beat it? Or maybe it's the spicier version. I don't know. Look at this. Like, so like all my buddies are like struggling all the time because they suck. And meanwhile, I'm like carrying them all somehow. Yeah, even though I have like a shit gun and food no damage. Yeah, am I even playing with like other people? Because like I think they just hook you up with bots if you don't match with anyone. Yeah, working is like the worst thing. What kind of shit is going on, huh? Yeah, I hope the cover for the Dream Warrior turns out well. I did commission it, by the way. I did not use AI. I don't know why you would ever use AI for like a book cover. Because like now that I have like access to like artists and I know where to go and all that, it's pretty affordable, honestly. It's like a couple $100. There's no benefit to using AI because it looks cheap and lazy. Um, Hi, Teresa. God damn, yeah, it's so powerful that we can't beat it. Well, I guess the guys I'm with can't beat it because they suck. Yeah, it's way too intense. What's going on? Where are my partners? Yeah, I'm firing at this thing full blast, and there's just nothing I can do. Just barely got him. Well, I completely forgot about my gadgets. I'm just like, oh, I can't do it. But yeah, I just whipped out the gadgets, and that did the trick. Okay. I need to level up the gadgets more. They're actually really useful. Yeah, I mean that's the cool thing about this game is that like it's so flexible to your like play style and like the shit you can use. It's like the most overpowered we've ever been in a Splatoon game, which is pretty awesome. And I think we can trade in our old weapons and just what do you do? Uh, get it. Ton of weapon. And not like upgrade this all the way. Well, no, it was mom's fault. Uh, yeah, like I've seen like other people put like 42 hours in this game somehow, and I'm just kind of confused by that because like, what is there to do in this game that long? I don't know. Maybe the post game is like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe the post game really shines, but then that just becomes an issue of like why there's like a standard game to begin with. Oh, that's right. I probably should have upgraded my skill. Yeah, DSP hasn't played this yet, has he? I was like wondering if he would like do it because like most pretendos are saying this is like the game that justifies the Switch 2, and I don't really see it that way. I think they're just bending the knee personally. Thanks for the dono. Pokken? No, I haven't. Not a fan of Pokken. I've played it. I have beaten it, but I never got into playing it competitively. I played it a little bit, but no, I don't. I don't own any Pokken. So, I don't know. Pokken, like we really. I can't believe they produced one game and then never turned it into a franchise. Like Harada said, he wanted it to happen. I guess it was a problem with Bandai Namco, because I think Pokken was reasonably successful. And so everyone's just getting like, where is everyone else? What are they doing? Oh, come on. Okay, wow, we barely made it. Barely fucking made it. Yeah, we got to keep grinding. Like, I can't believe it. Like, it constantly feels like we're constantly under leveled. And then when we go back to old areas, we're somehow like just kings. It's really weird. Shitting Uncharted. Isn't it funny how it has? Yeah, I was actually thinking about that when I was making the Last of Us video. I didn't bring it up unfortunately, but yeah, like there was a period of time where people were saying that Uncharted 2 was like the greatest of all time. But like, I mean, I I mean it's the same problem that like every PlayStation game has had, right? Where like nothing is allowed to be seen as better than The Last of Us, and that just led to like the this period of like stagnation where like because they tried so hard to show The Last of Us as the greatest game of all time, like they failed to like build up anything else they've done over the past 13 years. So like their entire brand kind of lives or dies by The Last of Us's reputation. Uncharted was absolutely like a victim of that. Like, who do you know who gives a shit that like Uncharted 4 even got made? You know what I mean? Or even Uncharted 3 for that matter. Like it's just like even when that one came out, it felt like it was on fumes. Like I remember, like I mean, I tell the story like a million times. This might be what you're talking about, but like I remember playing the demo station of Uncharted 2 back in the day, expecting it to be some like amazing fucking thing, because like it looked sick as fuck, right, with the guns and like the action and like it was winning all these awards and like and then I played it and I'm just like, what the fuck is this bullshit? It's like the most generic third person shooter like imaginable. I was just like really put off by it even then. Which one was that? Was that the original or two? I want to say it was two, but like um, it definitely wasn't three. Three was actually the one I kind of liked because 3 was actually the one I kind of liked because I felt like the set pieces were more interesting. Uh, I don't know. 2 is the most critically acclaimed one, and that's the one I hated the most. I don't know. I was thinking of playing them again on PC, but I don't know when that's going to happen. I was going to do it at one point, but like I just haven't gotten around to it. Yeah, thanks for the donations. I really appreciate it. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Last try. Ah, shit. No, no. Damn. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We got wrecked. But yeah, like at some point I'd like to go back to Uncharted, but like I feel like it's so irrelevant now. It honestly doesn't feel like it's worth doing. Like The Last of Us, I think is it's only just now entering the phase where it's kind of like leaving the public eye because because of like HBO season 2 bombing and like Druckmann's reputation being in the toilet and all that. Um, I think The Last of Us is pretty much finished. I expect they'll put out one like third game, which is going to be very poorly received, and then that's going to be it for them, and they're never going to come back to it. Like I was talking about this on I just posted the article on the website if you haven't read it, but like um they tried really hard to like sell you on the idea that like The Last of Us HBO was like the greatest video game adaptation ever back in like 2023, and like that's just so obviously not true at this point. But like it really was something they were trying to sell you on at the time. Astrobot was never even a thing. Like the thing about like Uncharted and The Last of Us, like those games were mature games for mature gamers that had the illusion of being produced like Hollywood productions, right? So people thought they were like higher quality than Nintendo games, right? At least when it came to visuals and so on, right? So Astrobot was them trying to do the same thing, but for like Nintendo platformers, where they had the same playbook and they ran the same lines of dialogue and just like the same narratives. But like it doesn't work because like anybody who's interested in that kind of thing, like pretty much exclusively plays on Nintendo hardware. So like when you try to gaslight people and try and say it's like the greatest 3D platformer like in the past decade or whatever the fuck, like you have people like me who are just like, well, what about Bonanza or Forgotten Land or like Mario Odyssey or like even fucking 3D World was better. Like you like it just doesn't work because like PlayStation fans have spent the past 20 years like shitting on 3D platformers, saying they're lame, and then they can't just turn around and start hyping up like the PlayStation one just because that like Sony snapped their fingers and tried to like make it happen. Like it's just not gonna work. They gave Astrobot Game of the Year and it did not sell much more than like 1 million units. Like that's insane. That like Astrobot is less relevant than something like It Takes Two or like Baldur's Gate 3 or like even The Last of Us Part 2. It just wasn't a game that was ever gonna maintain its relevancy long term. And it was so reliant on a bunch of like PlayStation IPs that nobody cared about anymore, like God of War, like I think there's like references to Solid Snake in there, and it's like it was trying to be like some homage to classic Nintendo PlayStation titles, but like PlayStation fundamentally doesn't really have classic titles. And I think like things like Astrobot and All Stars Battle Royale like prove that Yoshi's gonna actually. Yeah, remember when Yoshi was supposed to bomb? Like, I am gonna be really excited if they confirm that game like has at the very least outsold like Let's see. What are the rankings of Yoshi game? I think Crafted World is the second best selling game, right? And then like Yoshi's number one. I Yoshi's Island is number one. Like I'd be very happy if it outdid like Crafted World or DS or whatever. If it did reasonably well, and I think it has been. But like when that game came out, like everybody was shitting on it. Like and it's like the most innovative game we've gotten so far. It is, yeah. Yoshi's like it's too hardcore for general audiences. Like that's just the reality of it. It's too high IQ. Like there are no guns in it, so people are like put off by it. But it's like it's legit like this incredible experience that you've loved Yoshi your entire life. Like I'm just baffled by it how good it is. Let's see here. Yep, thanks for the donation. Yeah, but in comparison, this game is like it's so repetitive and it's so same. Like when you compare it to Mysterious Book, like every little frame is like completely wildly different. Like there's so much going on in Mysterious Book, and this in comparison is just some basic bit. Like I hate to compare this to COD, but like I really do think that's kind of my the best possible comparison I could make because like Splatoon doesn't innovate. You know, it's become Nintendo's COD in that sense, where like it doesn't evolve enough with new entries. Holy fucking shit! What is that? That looks sussy. Wait a minute, that's fucking Randall. What the hell is this? What is Randall doing here? Okay. Yoshi deserves Game of the Year. Um, yeah, it's up there. I don't want to say what my Game of the Year is yet. Because like we're getting the Game of the Year season. So I don't want to get my thoughts away on that. It's not going to be this. I can tell you. I'm not even sure this is going to crack my top 10. I'm gonna have to look and see like what's come out this year. Uh, but yeah, I don't know how many games I've played this year that I thought were as like mid as them. Yeah, Zelda Chronicles 2 got their update, and I'm seeing people try and like damage control it. Like they keep doing that thing, and I think normies are starting to catch on now. That like how they keep pretending that like the game is censored and that Nintendo of America is refusing to like promote the game. It's like that's not a thing that's ever happened. Like I don't know what they're doing. Like I don't know who's like behind this. It seems like some weird coordinated attempt. Like I was thinking I might do a video on it, but I'm not really a Xenoblade fan. So I don't really understand like the demographic responsible. Like it used to be the niche gamers, but like now, like I think niche gamers completely become irrelevant now. And it's just like I think it's evolved into Gooner game, and like it's just Gooner game people doing it. But like what I don't understand is why they're so hyper fixated on like Xenoblade specifically. Because like, well, Xenoblade and Fire Emblem. Is it just because there's Nintendo IPs? Wonder DLC. Oh yeah, yeah. The Wonder DLC was amazing. Yeah, Wonder DLC was better than this. Like the fucking $20 like DLC was like actually quite a bit better than this. Yeah, 100% agree with that. Well, what Wonder was like my was game of the year tier in general already, so like more of the same was just phenomenal. But like yeah, Wonder was like amazing. Yeah, I'm curious if like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has been like radically improved with the update. I don't know who Momo is. So like the rumor right now apparently is that like Nintendo has acquired Xenosaga from Namco Bandai somehow, and so they own like the games now, and that they're gonna really re-release them properly. Because like there's no trademark for Momo, even though she's like I think a Xenosaga character. So like we'll have to see if that's true, but if it is, that's gonna be crazy. Because like for the past couple of years, we've dealt with people like trying to insist that like Xenosaga and Gears were way better than Blade, which is very transparently not true at this stage. Like I think after Genesis, like you can't really deny it anymore because like the Nintendo era of Xeno has like outlasted like every other uh, uh, project by the team. So like the whole pretending that like Nintendo is like sabotaging Xeno, but like they're the only reason these games are getting made. Like so I again it's just like it's just such this weird tone. Like people are just so desperate to act like Nintendo's like New Super Mario. Yeah, 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 yeah. I was playing New Super Luigi U recently. It's really good. That's the first time I played it in a long time. New Super Mario Bros. U in general is like a top tier Nintendo game. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird because like there's definitely a lot of Nintendo games that I would say are the best games ever, but like I feel like we're getting a lot more mid stuff than we used to, in my opinion. Like I think back in the day it was a lot more even. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being nostalgic, but like I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm playing everything as it comes out, but like I don't know. Like I've caught myself complaining about Nintendo games more than I used to, and I think a big reason for that is I'm just getting older. But uh, I don't know. Like at the same time, I just don't think that like, a lot of them are as good as like my all time favorites. I don't think I'll ever be a boomer like Mike Batey or whatever. But I still have not finished Bowser's Fury. I can't bring myself to do it for whatever reason. What the hell is this? Like, how does that make any sense? What are you even doing here? Like, what is even going on? It's just like one of those stages where you need like a highly specialized weapon or something. You did everything. Yeah, I guess what you do is that you just shoot them down, and it's just like, what the hell is this? It's dumb. Like I don't understand this as a concept. You're telling me you shoot down the. What is with all these gimmick stages where you have to kill like these specific waves of enemies? It's just weird. Like it just seems lazy to me. Like why do I have to kill the same enemies over and over again? Yeah, I can't seem to do it. Like I'm somehow getting bombarded. What am I supposed to do? Casey, Casey, Casey. Come on. Go, go, go. It's not even really supposed to be that hard. I guess I can ask for help for it, but okay. There are this many islands? Wow. Yeah, I think we're gonna spend like the next month or so playing Grand Blue. Uh, actually, no. I probably should be spending more time like building the channel. Actually, yeah, I've been looking at like The Last of Us, the video analytics, and views are not great, but the retention is phenomenal. Like I'm getting like so much watch time on that one. So it's probably the most successful original video I've ever made. So I'm very thankful for that. Hopefully it like stays an evergreen video. I don't know. It's the first video I've ever made like it. It kind of wore me out. Check out IGN new review for this. I think I saw it already, and I didn't really have a problem with it. If anything, I think it's kind of generous, honestly. I think they gave it like a what, an 8? Like I think that's kind of generous. I would give it like a 7 or a 6 or something. It's not that good. Hi, Nikki. But there's nothing in here. What the hell was that for then? Oh, are there treasures hidden in the each area? Man, I just hate the environments. They're so boring and basic. Like, who made this fucking game? Just the same thing over and over again. They have like a handful of level themes, and then you fight the same waves of enemies over and over again. Nintendo Life gave us a 9 out of 10. Yeah, like I don't understand why everybody else is glazing it. Like what have you played this year? Like what are your credentials, bro? Like did you play Yoshi? Did you play Grand Blue? Like did you play anything? Like can you beat GoldenEye? Like that's like do you have any credibility at all when it comes to Nintendo shooters? Like people don't like admitting it, but GoldenEye really is the gold standard when it comes to like first-person shooters in general. Because it's like, I think it's the exact opposite of this, where like it actually has unique level design. It has like crazy mechanics. Um, it's like endlessly replayable. Like I just don't like. I don't know if any game ever has like really surpassed GoldenEye in that respect. Yeah, it's a shame we never got real sequels. Imagine if the Rareware like didn't bitch out and like they just got the Bond license and just kept putting out like banger new Nintendo exclusive Bond games for like forever. Like imagine if that happened. But no, like they just refused to do it. We got like Perfect Dark instead, and like everything was bad. Like it was like I wouldn't be surprised if that was a major reason why Nintendo cut them from the curve because they pulled that shit. Because like they own the rights to Perfect Dark, so they used the hype from GoldenEye to make their own original IP. Uh, and then they tried selling them tried selling themselves to Microsoft to produce real video games, quote unquote, and then like they just never produced anything about it. Like, by the way, I love how people thought that like Joanna Dark was hot because if you actually play like the original N64 game, she's not. Like the hot thing was introduced in like Zero. Honestly, I do prefer the hot look of the character, but like that's not the way the character was originally intended. They were really emphasizing like the realism angle in that one. Yeah, okay. Perfect Dark is good, but like you have to understand that that there was no real reason to produce it. Like they could have just produced a sequel to GoldenEye. That's all they would have to do, and they just refused to do it. Uh, a Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah, like if Nintendo straight up like does a Nintendo Direct and like showcases like Grand Theft Auto 6 day and date, like it's over. Like I don't think the industry is ever going to recover from that if that happens. Now it's probably not going to because I imagine Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be like Batman or like 007 where they just don't put it out. We still don't have a release date for 007 actually. Yeah, they're just going to confirm it and like not put it out probably. But it is coming eventually. So yeah, I've been having a lot of fiber lately and I've been shitting a lot. Yeah. Hopefully, I get rid of this weight. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto is like really the only thing that's like keeping people invested in the PlayStation ecosystem. Like once Grand Theft Auto like makes the switch, it's over. And like pretty much everything else already has. Like people are just like holding on to the hope that Grand Theft Auto is gonna kill it. And it's gonna be really interesting to see because like a lot of people are hung up on this idea that like Grand Theft Auto is the biggest thing in entertainment, which isn't even really true. Because like if Grand Theft Auto released more video games, you would not see them like do as well as Pokemon. Like that's just the reality of it. The only reason people buy Grand Theft Auto is because like it's like an event that happens every decade or so. And it's very possible that like six is gonna be the last time it's relevant ever. Like I do think this could be the end. Bicycling, I haven't gone out. I haven't had time. Like I've been going to the gym and weightlifting, but like I just haven't like I've been really busy. I've been like juggling the channel, the website, writing books. It's been a nightmare. I don't have time for like much of anything right now. Like that Last of Us video, like I was working on it nonstop for like I think over 24 hours. Cause like I was so busy that like the day before that I didn't get to work on it at all. And then I passed out when I got home and I was like going to work on it. And I was so pissed with myself that I just ended up sitting up for like 24 hours and just getting it done. And I would nap. I would nap for a couple of hours whenever I got tired, but like, I stuck it out and I did it. And I think that probably should be my work schedule because I can't get a good night's sleep. So like, I'm gonna have to just like, you know, fall asleep whenever I pass out and then immediately get up to get it up again and get back to work. Um, so I don't know how much I'll be able to like work doing that, but like, I do think it's kind of important to stick with that to like to keep working like constantly until at least until like I'm completely financially stable because like it's just fluctuating so much right now. Like there's so much shit that goes wrong. Like website, really? For what purpose? I haven't been on V in forever, so I didn't post it. Who did that? Yeah, I haven't been on V in a long time. I mean, like I've been getting a ton of views on the website, so I guess I have a pretty strong following now. Like it's still kind of weird to say because like I was struggling to get like a gaming related following for a long time, but like I seem to have gotten it now. So I don't know. Hopefully, like the issue I have specifically is that like I really desperately needed my audience to follow me from platform to platform because like I keep having issues with like people fucking with me and getting banned and all that. Uh, so like I'd like to have like a diverse like following across like a variety of different websites, but like it's that still feels a long way away. I'm mostly like coasting Vibe on the books and now the YouTube channel. So like until like I don't know, I get to the point where like I'm just like completely stable and like nothing could possibly happen. I don't feel comfortable like not working. Yeah, 4chan's like fallen off a long time ago. And it's not really necessary the way it used to be. Uh because like back in the day, 4chan was like the only place where you could talk about certain things. Like it was the only place that was positive towards Nintendo. It was the only place that could talk about edgy political topics. It was like, it was like relatively unmoderated, right? It was the best place on the internet for sure for a long time. But like that stopped being true at a certain point because I guess the establishment caught on to what was going on there, and then like that led to us like that led to Elon buying Twitter, and now it feels like everyone's just on Twitter. Like, there's no reason not to be on Twitter, like talking about this stuff with your own identity. It's become like a bit more mainstream. So yeah, 4chan I'm sure is still compromised and still pulling shit. Like, I saw a 4chan thread today, because I was Googling this, trying to figure this out. Like about how like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was like censored on Nintendo Switch 2. And it was just some giant cope session trying to gaslight people that it was true. And it was just like I was just like, see why I don't go on 4chan. Like they're straight up like trying to lie to you about like major Nintendo games. Yeah, it sucks because I'd like 4chan to do well and to be good. Because, like I said, like I imagine at a certain point, like X is going to go downhill again too. Who knows when that's going to happen? Like I know Elon's like spoken out about how desperately he wants like H1Bs working for him, so that's a big deal. It's I don't know. I'm sure at a certain point it'll be easier to just create like an alternative Twitter, and like Twitter will just be the place for bots or whatever. Honestly, that's already kind of a problem. Like if you see like an attractive female like profile pic like shit talking Trump or whatever, it's just a bot for. Yeah, Elon's like a piece of shit. So like I don't understand why like he bought Twitter and like made it usable again. Because like I had like completely given up on it by 2020. And like that was actually where like most of my leadership was pre 2020. So like I actually lost a ton of my followers because I did that. Because my account got deleted. So like I was like I was never gonna go back to Twitter again. Like I even released statements about it. Yeah, X is like the stupidest name for a website ever. I don't know if he's trying to tie it into SpaceX or whatever. Like I don't understand. I don't understand the renaming. Like I don't know anybody who calls it X. Like maybe like some hardcore like Elon cocksuckers will, but like for the most part, like I'm just gonna call it Twitter. Hey man, it's like the dead name of social media. It's like why would I respect it? Like your Twitter. Like I don't respect your new man actually. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Like I think my thing is I don't know what's gonna happen like after Trump leaves office. Because like people keep saying he's gonna run again for a third term, which he's not actually allowed to do. I think the problem right now, like we need people other than Trump. Like again, I love Trump and everything he's doing and all that. But like the core issue is that like we don't have anybody who's really capable of doing what Trump is doing. And I really think that like once he's gone, it's gonna go back to normal. They're gonna try to go back to normal. Like I think there's gonna be a period of like civil unrest and then like you know revolution and then like change and like but like um I don't know, maybe we're going through that now, but I feel as if I don't know, like the UK, like a lot of people don't realize this, but the UK is actually where woke like originated from. Like, because a lot of people think it came from California or maybe New York or like some the American universities, but it actually did have roots in the UK specifically. So I feel like the UK is reaching the point where they're starting to push back against it. Like, I think if they just deal with the cops, it's gonna end pretty quickly because if they don't have the enforcers, I feel like most people just don't understand what faggots cops actually are. Because like I feel like hating cops is kind of like a leftist kind of thing, but like uh, I think considering how much they fuck people over, like yeah, they need to be dealt with. Uh, I don't know, like everybody's a piece of shit is kind of my opinion on it. Because like I was thinking about this today about how like um everybody in like actual corporate America is like a sociopath because like all they do is just fuck each other over to try and get ahead. They don't really care about like anybody else or the company. It's all like entirely to further their own careers essentially. And it's just not a good way of going about things. It's not productive. Um, and like we absolutely need to like abolish it as a concept, right? It doesn't work. Like you shouldn't go into the workplace like stressed out. You know what I mean? And like that should be like a standard way of thinking. But like a lot of people seem to think like you're supposed to be miserable at work all the time, and that's just not true. Um, yeah, the shit we've seen lately from the UK is like unbelievable. Like that kid who got stabbed, and they just like, I don't think you have, mate. Like, what the? I mean, we're gonna be talking about that forever because that was like the biggest fucking like douchebag move he could afford. But yeah, it does feel like we're kind of reaching like the breaking point, though. It's not going to survive the next couple of years. Like, because I remember they did a poll in the UK about like multiculturalism. Like something like 95% of the population like said it failed, and like everybody was like seething about it. Because like I don't know why they're so adamant about like trying to like make multiculturalism a thing. It's just not going to fucking work. I mean, I think we're getting to that point where like people know that, but it's just yeah, I was upset about that too. Yeah, like I don't know, people are like freaking out about the Shiloh case right now, and that's pretty bad. But like, I don't think it was as bad as that. I mean, I don't think anywhere in the U.S. is as bad as the U.K. right now. Because like, I don't know, man. Like whenever we hear horror stories about the cops in like the U.S., they all feel fake. Like I remember I was talking to this girl, and she like tried to tell me that like she was raped, and then she went to the cops, and then like they raped her too, and I'm just like, I want to press X to doubt in this. Like I straight up was just like, yeah, this can't possibly be real. Like again, my problem with these kind of stories is that like it takes away from like actual victims. Like calling everything rape, like it's just like self-serving, and it's just like fucking over people who are actually like in bad situations. Like trying to like blame you were raped for like attention or whatever is like I think a really disgusting thing to do. Capitalism is degenerate. I mean, I don't think the system is the problem. Like the issue is just like the culture in it. Cause like if you like because like I made it work really well, right? Because I started like my own YouTube channel. I made money, sold my books, right? Made I'm self-employed now, right? Like, and I did it by like working normal jobs, working for other people, and like getting to where I am now. Like it works, right? Like, but the problem is that if you have to deal with like insane fucking people like every day that you would otherwise never like even like want to be around, like that's the issue. Is that uh like you shouldn't be anywhere around these people. But yeah, I'm glad to be out of the workforce. Because I really do think in my area that's the only issue I had was like school and like work. Like because outside of that, like I didn't really have any problems at all. But the problem was that like I was spending all my time at school or at work, and like it just really just grated on me after a while. Like I definitely feel like I have a way more normal but yeah, the problem is that like employers are just given like way too much leeway to like fuck people over. And like I do think that like I think it needs to be a standard, honestly, to have like to have like an employment lawyer on speed dial. So whenever they try something, you could just like call them up and just be like, yeah, they uh they illegally made me work extra overtime this week, and like try and do something about it. Because like that's been the problem for like everywhere I've worked is that they've all done like illegal stuff. Like they've all you know fucked people over, and like you could have done something about it if you actually understood like your actual rights and like what you could do. But like most people just don't, and it's like it's too expensive, and you're better off just getting another job usually. I don't know because I could have filed a lawsuit after what they did to me, but like it didn't really make any sense because like I had like the business going, I was making plenty of money. It was just like it would just been like a drain on resources and time that I could be spent like actually moving on with my life. And I feel like a lot of people like feel that way about it. Is that like the job is just a means to an end. Honestly, it's not my life. But yeah, the important thing is just kind of like, oh yeah, but yeah, the whole like America jobs Americans don't want to work thing. Like it's become really apparent to me now that I've been like applying to like after I spent like the past year applying to everything under the sun. They they get upset with you if you try and like apply to those jobs because they don't fucking want you. They want like illegals to do it for less. It's very obvious. And like you really have to call them out on it like immediately. Like, don't take them seriously or respect them. And we're teaming up with a bunch of other like. I keep failing raids because like they're just so hard. Is everyone just playing the same stages over and over again? Because it's always just like, yeah, I think so too. It's not that good. I'm curious if the ending is going to be good because like the ending that Splatoon games tend to be killer. Yeah, one of the best things about Splatoon 3 was the ending to the single player campaign. But yeah, so like most of the game is just grinding so you can beat like harder levels. That's it. Like I don't understand why you would want to do this unless you're like addicted to the grind, which I guess some people are, but it's not really an RPG. So like I don't. I mean, it is one, but it's like I don't know. I think there's a template for a good game. I think. Like I think the main thing is that they need to like improve the stage design and they need to like uh just make like leveling up feel like it has a purpose instead of just doing the same thing but more efficiently. Like I said, I think they should have just made this into like a legit RPG. Like you look at like something like Dragon Quest Treasures, right? Like it has a lot of the same concepts as this, and this is better than that. But like that one's also quite a bit more ambitious because you have like gang members, you have like all these side quests, you have like these huge open areas. Like I feel like that might have been more interesting if like it just had like a big open world map. But like I don't think the section stages are really doing it for this game. Yeah, I'm kind of underwhelmed by it, honestly. Yeah, so I'd say Yoshi and Pokepia are like the best games released for 6.2 this year. And I'd say Yoshi is like kind of a niche game, so I don't know how well it's gonna do. Yeah, I think this is gonna be way more popular than Yoshi. Uh, because it has a gun in it, but yeah, it's definitely not as good. What the hell is this? Like, Does the showstopper get stronger as you like? I've actually done this like a couple of times. I'm not sure exactly like. Gotten a little bit easy. I better behave. What are you talking about? I haven't done anything. Ugh. I don't even say bad words anymore. Nice of you to be concerned about me, though. Okay. That helped. No, no, I know who did it. So, bum 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 bum. Yeah, I don't actually violate TOS with anything I do. So like the only time something goes down is if it's because of some bigger YouTuber like abusing the system, and that's what happened. I heard him. I actually don't need the YouTube channel anymore because I have the website now, and that's just gonna fulfill the same purpose if in the hypothetical scenario in which the YouTube goes down. I wasn't talking about Fratanga. Oh. Have we missed anything? Take me next time. Shit. Like I don't understand why like the actual levels are so boring. Like it's not even as fun as like regular salmon run because like they're very specifically supposed to be forward enemies, but they don't have like interesting enough designs to stick out. Like honestly, I think they probably should have just come up with a new enemy archetype. Like I don't know why like they went with the salmon. They came up with new enemies for side order, but not for raiders. I don't know. I don't think the salmonids had anything to do with the. Yeah, they've never been featured in a campaign in Splatoon, have they? Who I truly am, like a nice stand-up guy, right? An excellent author. Yeah, the greatest Nintendo YouTuber there is. Yeah, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Yeah, why don't you show your support with $100 super chat? Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, it's all just boring, generic, just like get to the end goal. There's no creativity. There's no thought put into these stages. Like even like this, yeah, the standard Splatoon stages are better than this. Like I know I said that earlier, but I think it bears repeating because it really is true. But yeah, the novel thing. So yeah, the reason why I have so many bad reviews on the books is because I said mean things about Power World. Like I'm not even joking. Like after I started like talking about Power World, people started complaining about the books, and it's just like salty Power World fans trying to kill my sales, but it's not really working. My issue is that like my readers don't seem to leave reviews because I've been very bad about reminding them to do it. So uh, yeah, we could probably beat the game tonight. I'd like to go back to Persona 4, but I don't know how likely that is. Eat. Alexa, stop. I'm not eating shit. Fuck you. Do, 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. Got him. Nice and easy. Why doesn't the stage end? Why do I always have to get the treasure? Yeah, who's hitting me up on Twitter? Oh, that's really nice. Are they really taking away licensed digital games from PS3 owners? That'd be hilarious if true. Um, yeah, what? Okay, so it's the weekend now. Let's see, where's Power World at? Yeah, Power World's dipped. Yeah, it's lost like a significant amount of its player base. Yeah, it about 150,000 players. Wow. Yeah, it's only gonna drop from here. There's not gonna be like a resurgence. Wait. Sony's patenting controllers without buttons? So they're not even having physical buttons on your controller anymore? Damn, that's brutal. That is fucking brutal. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so like there are patents being looked at by Japanese courts, but they're not the primary patents. They're like child patents of like pre-established patents that they're using during the lawsuit. So it's like they're just being like they're just going over all the facts essentially. The fact that they have to like resort to like uh Pokemon fan games to try and like give Power World a shot, I think that just more than speaks for itself. They're totally fun. I imagine the only reason like we're seeing such a dispute about this is because of Sony's involvement. Because if you don't know, like the Japanese court system like heavily favors Sony in these kind of things. So uh, they're probably just going all out to try and like destroy Pokemon. But yeah, the fact that like Power couldn't even like break a million players, with 1.0, I think that says more than enough, honestly. Yeah, there's a ton of Pokemon games that are like way more popular than World. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Pokemon Fire Red and Green have outsold it on Switch. Actually, no. I know it has. Really. I mean, the thing about Power is that we're not entirely sure how much it's sold because, like, they claim 40 million units, but that's not true. I've proven that's not true. So, like, it's up in the air, like, how much they actually sold. Like, I would say, like, maybe a million since 1.0. I don't know how much they did during the early access period, but, like, yeah, it's about that much. I wonder if they specifically made this game for people who like have never played a Splatoon game before, because it seems to be like people who have never played it who are really into it. I think giving it a single player campaign is actually that might actually be a lot do a lot to get people into it because what tends to happen in mainline is that people just ignore the single player campaign. I don't believe DSP played it at all when he played it. Yeah, if Nintendo loses the lawsuit, it's because of industry corruption. Um, that's like the only possible way it can happen. And I think it's the only reason why we're seeing like these stories about the patents getting thrown out, even like becoming a thing. It does harm me as a consumer because I have to deal with fucking retards screaming at me about how Pokemon is finished. Like, no, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, the thing about Power World is that like it has actively harmed Pokemon brand by like ripping it off so much, and like I just don't. I don't know. They might fire another lawsuit up because they never did go after the designs. That might be what they do next after the patent thing. Is just like, oh yeah, we'll just file for the plagiarism of the designs now. I don't know if they can do that, but yeah, I'm sure they'll do something if like the patent office tries fucking them over. But yeah, from what I understand though, like a lot of what we're being told about like Japanese patents and like what's going on is not true. Because like the idea that Powerball's already won is just fake. Purchase the Powerball beat now. Did they really model this after Dragon Quest Treasures? Because it seems way too similar. Oh wow. So there are hidden things on the map. Crazy. I guess they do have traditional Splatoon levels. Okay. How are there this many like labyrinths in the underground? I don't get it. Julia. No, no, I've proven that the Power World numbers are fake. That a lot of the stories about the patents are Pantry Falls, that they're all coming from the same person from Games Fray. Nothing we're being told about Power World is true or makes any sense. And that's going to become very apparent at a certain point. But yeah, like you just have people who are just in denial about it. Yeah, I talked about the I talked about that on my website. Yeah, and again, when you provide evidence, people just say it's not good enough or it's not true or whatever, and it's just a giant cope on their part. Yeah, these things are fucking awesome. Are these actual gadgets you can get in the game? Yeah, they said they wanted to make it a tower defense game, and I really wonder what they mean by that. A book. The Cattle Have Fangs by Harmon Smith. Wow, it's my favorite. I don't. I think the Power World IP is fundamentally worthless. There's no reason to acquire it, really. Oh, you have to get them all? Ah, shit. Wait a minute, is this like the Splatoon equivalent of like the blooper stage in Part of Sunshine? Yeah, the blooper in Mario Sunshine felt so much better than this. No. Yeah, the soundtrack's not very good either. Yeah, we don't get any like deep cut tracks. This really does feel like a budget release. I think they're working on Splatoon 4 now, but flying through rings like in Superman 64. Ah, shit. Yeah. I've seen other people bitch about the soundtrack, but like I wasn't really registering that like how bad it was until just now. Yeah, I agree. The soundtrack is like a low point of the franchise. And it usually has pretty good music, so like I don't know, maybe they're just saving it for the next one, but like I mean deep cuts tracks in general, so like I'm kind of surprised that like they don't have originals. I mean, I guess they have like the big one, but yeah, this feels like an experimental title. The music sucks. Like, yeah, it's probably the worst Splatoon game so far, actually. I mean, it is a spin-off, so like, I don't know. I wouldn't be too concerned about the health of the franchise or anything, but like, I mean, side order, like, I don't know. It's better than side order. Yeah, I think I only missed one. Damn it, no! Whatever happened to my blooper swimming abilities? My ancestor was ridden on by Mario himself, and I can't do this. I can't swim. This really is giving me like Mario Sunshine vibes. Yeah, I really want to play Mario Sunshine again after playing this. Uh, let's see here. Here we go. Got him. Got him. All in. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good to be back. Good to be back. And I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. So. Okay. Ow. See here. Okay, there we go. Uh, yeah, I think we're gonna beat this tonight. And I think we're gonna go back to Persona 4 immediately after. So I think we're gonna try to get through Persona 4 and Grand Blue in August. And try to get those finished before Onimusha comes out in September. I don't think there's a single thing we're picking up in August. Oh no! Yeah, there's Final Fantasy 14. Yeah. So they have the starter pack for Final Fantasy 14. So what that means is that you start Final Fantasy 14, and they give you like a 30-day membership, and it just feels like a scam. I don't know if I'll get it right away. I really want to play an MMO, but like for a long time, people were like blazing Final Fantasy 14. But yeah, I actually like Persona 4 a lot. I was really surprised because I hated 5. But 4's been a lot better so far. I don't know. I don't think I like the dungeons as much, but like other than that, it's a lot more fun to actually play, and I like the characters more. I guess Persona really lives and dies by its characters, and I just really hate the characters in 5 specifically. Other than Makoto's great, but like yeah, I just hate all the characters in 5. Cool bosses, yeah. Yeah, I'm really anxious to check it out. I'd love to do it. Yeah, when's it coming out in August? Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. I don't know. Maybe there might be some good content though. It's just like playing Final Fantasy 14 and reviewing it. Because like I have a lot of people like who hated the channel who were big Final Fantasy 14 fans. So I think that might be a good like content. Is just going through it, just like my first MMO, and we'll see. Yeah, I haven't played 3 yet. Kafka's in it, really? Yeah, it's crazy how much mileage they get out of the classic character. A Nintendo MMO? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm sure that like Monolith's gonna put one out eventually. I'm sure it's in the cards. I would be shocked if like Xenoblade Chronicles X2 wasn't an MMO, honestly, because I feel like that game is pretty much already one. So yeah, I think they can do it. Oh, come on, there's another fucking island? Okay, it's the boss fight, and then there's probably the final boss fight. Big man. I'm curious what they're gonna try to do Zelda spin-offs again, because they keep trying to make multiplayer Zelda work and it doesn't really. Uh okay. Uh oh, I forgot to switch out Shiver or whatever. Yeah, I don't want to work. I don't want to see anybody as a kid. I mean, the problem is they keep like throwing like this stupid uh like setups at you where you have to own like three copies of Triforce Heroes to make it work, and three 3DSs or like four Game Boy Advances with four link cables. It's like it's not doable for anybody except for like hardcore fans. And I'm told Four Swords Adventures is like an amazing experience if you like actually have the chance to play it, but it's just I mean it's always been Nintendo's problem is that like they just come up with ideas that like make sense for Japanese players and yet like for Americans it's just not doable. Like I never played a proper game of like Four Swords Adventures in my life. Like we never played with more than one player. And I had a link cable, uh, but like we never I never found anybody who owned like um another one. I don't know if my cable still works. Like last time I tried it, it was kind of funky. But I don't know. I don't know. There's no real reason to use it, I think, unless you're playing multiplayer. I used to do it just for the novelty of it, but these gimmicky levels. Uh, yeah, we'll come back and do this later. I want to just beat the game. Probably not, honestly. I think we are probably gonna just beat the game and then stop. Uh, that's it. Yeah, I don't think the bosses are as good as they usually are. I don't know. I don't know. Was this like made by a different team? Yeah, 3D. Yeah, they never done a 3D multiplayer. That'd be really interesting if they did that. We're doing no damage at all. Why are we not doing any damage? What's going on? Okay, I guess you have to shoot its head, I guess. It has a glowing weak spot. Where were these glowing weak spots in Star Fox? Dirty Diana. Yeah, maybe. Because it doesn't seem that like ambitious, honestly. Like it does feel like a low budget release. But yeah, hopefully Splatoon 4 has more content. And I wonder where I'll be in life if Splatoon 4 comes out. I don't know. I'm just not super like excited for it. You know what I mean? Like, why would I be? I was excited for this, and it's disappointing. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, this is when you're supposed to get the eggs. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna beat the game and then call it quits. I'm kind of tired. I don't know. We might do it tomorrow, honestly. I'm not really in a hurry to beat this. I don't get why you don't have all the members of Deep Cut with you at all times. So, like I said, this could have been an RPG. You could have joined Deep Cut, and like they didn't have you do that for me. Yeah, that's what I think is happening too. Yeah, because I mean that's what happened with Switch One, right? We didn't start getting like really great games until like 2019 or so. So yeah, I think that's what we're kind of going through now. But I think Switch Two's year two is way better than like Switch One's year two. Like year two for Switch One was fucking garbage. It's legit like the low point of Nintendo ever. It was so bad. Like people forget how bad 2018 was. It was way worse than any Wii U year. But yeah, I'm glad we're past the point of like people like Scott the Woz bitching about like individual years. Like I guess because they just blend together now, but like yeah, back in the day, people would spurg out about E3s or like specific directs and like specific announcements, and it's just it doesn't really seem to happen that much anymore. They tried doing that like the last couple of directs, but like it just doesn't stick. Yeah, I'm surprised like people are saying this game's like fantastic because I don't really see it. Wait, the glaciers don't like cover the blast? What sense does that make? What's the point of having specific characters for each fight if like they all just do the same thing? OOT? I don't think so. I'm sure they have something else. Now one more should do it. And it's the worst boss I've fought in a while. Like, the first playthrough, the bosses are so tedious. Hmm. Really? I mean, like, who's surprised by that? This is like the second time they remade Halo. So, like, who the fuck was, like, surprised that it wasn't good? It's just like what I want to know. I mean, hopefully this is the last time Halo's relevant ever, but, like, do you think Halo's ever gonna, like, have a return to form? And be big? Like, I really don't think it's gonna happen. Like, it really feels like it was a fad of its time. And that's so crazy looking back on it because it felt unstoppable in 2000. Now it's like, because like, it was way more popular than any like PlayStation exclusive game, at least in America. But so how'd they make it worse? Like it's it. I don't know, man. I don't get it. Okay, okay, that's good. That is really good. I mean, it'll happen eventually. It's just a matter of like limiting the DEI requirements and like that, because like there's nothing stopping people from making good games. It's just like it's entirely just like an institutional rot thing, and it will collapse within our lifetimes. The issue is that like when it does happen, the Japanese are going to be so far ahead of us that there's going to be no catching up. Like I would say for at least 10, 20 years. I think we're kind of in that period now, actually, because like the difference between Japanese and Western games is just insane. But anyway, yeah, dude. Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking today how like because they we saw on Twitter that they were showing off that Chinese robot with the wheels, the all-terrain vehicle. Like they're making shit like that all the time over there, and we can't do shit anything because we can't stop like hiring diversity or specifically Indians. Yeah, I think when I get married, I might like just move to an Asian country and just not have to deal with this stuff. I don't know. I'm sure they're like busing them everywhere, but it's just we'll see. I mean, I'm already self-employed and I'm already pretty comfortable where I am, so I don't really feel like I have to leave. But it's like it is something I've considered. That like, yeah, I'd love to live in Hong Kong or something. Yeah, everyone's shilling like Halo. Yeah, I mean, Halo has always been a pretty shilled brand, but like, yeah, it's interesting how like you still see people like vehemently defending it even today. It's kind of sad, honestly. Crown of the Omnivore? What? You know, this game's kind of like Pikmin 2, where like you're collecting all the treasure to pay off a debt. You know, I will say that this is better than Pikmin 2. I will say that. I mean, that's not saying a whole lot because like I hate Pikmin 2. Across the entire world, they're always going through end of the world scenarios in these games. Pedal to the Megalodon. So wait. The Megalodon is back in this game? I didn't think Master Mega was a Megalodon. I thought it would have been another species. Yeah, I have to reset that was embarrassing. Okay, yeah, I want to beat it, but I think I am getting kind of tired. So it's been 3 hours of this bullshit. So I think we'll just come back on tomorrow and we'll finish it, or after a nap or whatever, whenever we have time. I need to start editing the Cattle Have Fangs. I finished the Dream Warrior, and we're getting ready to release that. I think sometime in August. So I should get like the Cattle Have Fangs done, and I really want to get Passion done. I think we're gonna do Passion after that, and then we'll start talking about like future projects. By the way, your Russian is superior. I want the Metal Gear Solid 4. That's right. MGS4 is coming out in August. Is that a skull in the sky? You really can't upgrade the robot? I'm kind of surprised by that. Maybe it's a post game thing, but like that seems like a massive oversight. Maybe you can. I've just been overlooking it, but I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I'm just bored. I'm not fired up about the final encounter. I'm just like, I don't give a shit. We've already fought like, I don't know. I mean, I guess Splatoon 3 ended with us like using a Salmonid, but now we're fighting against it this time. I don't know, man. Yeah, it did. Yeah, yeah. The Wii U's second year was phenomenal. Yeah, I'm straight up just bored. This isn't fun at all. Yeah, so this takes away everything fun about Salmon Run because like the point of it is that you're overrun by salmon. Salmon, you're like killing them all. You're trying to defend yourself, and like this just doesn't feature that like at all. It's not the same at all. And Salmon Run's like one of the super popular modes. So yeah, it looks like we're too at the level for this anyway. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to grind a little bit more before the final fight, but okay, yeah, I think we're gonna call it quits for now. Anything else we want to play? I want when we come back and then just immediately segue into Persona 4. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna just keep playing through Persona 4 until we beat that. And then we'll probably we'll see we'll have to decide what we're gonna play after that. Probably Persona 3, honestly. Like I'm really into these Atlas RPGs right now. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in, and I will